It is. It's scary. Okay. Hey, musical theater class. We wanted to, because we're both teaching this class, we wanted to do at least one of these videos in the beginning together so that you got to see us together if we were in school. I feel like I'm doing that like all the time. If we're in school, it's going to be different. If we were in school, we would be doing a lot of these things. We'd be together a lot of the times. And now it seems like we're different and we're doing different things, which we are. But, pretty soon we'll be there together the whole time. So we're excited about this class and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep.
So one of the things, too, Heather and I, Miss Eves and I are both trained differently in this. I come from a theatrical background, and Miss Eves is the expert on the musical side of things. But there will be differences in what we tell you, and that's okay. I think in the end. One of the discussions we had over the summer was on the idea of defining what's an opera, what's an operetta, what's a musical, and is Disney movies musicals or are they not? And we'll definitely talk about this in class, but really our knowledge comes from how we were trained and our experiences in the field. So yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. So, like, in our conversation, I know the history of opera and how it morphed into musical theater and the parts of both, and that they're both the same, they're just different styles. And you learned what?
That operas are nothing but singing, musicals are singing and dialogue, and I don't know if we even really talked about operettas, but my approach from the theatrical background was more about some form of layman's form of classification of things to help us understand the difference and frame it so that we can thus talk about it in our classes.
So, do we just want to talk about our roles in
Sure.
the class?
Yeah. Go
So,
for it.
I will predominantly be helping you guys make your voices healthier and better and just help you understand them. And I'll be giving you voice lessons. So, eventually, if we are in school, there'll be private voice lessons. If we're not in school, they'll be streamed, like Google Meet voice lessons with just you, or like your scene partner if there's a scene that you're in. I'll help pick literature for you and just help you work it up. So, yeah.
Yeah, and on that note, with the whole idea of the scenes and what we're going to be doing, our original conception of this class is that it would be heavily scene focused and that we could get to a point where we are exploring theater through the process of rehearsing different scenes, and we hope that we can get to that at some point, and then there may be opportunities to do that digitally that we may not even know right now. So
Yes.
some of it's just figuring out performing arts in the time of COVID, which I'm sure will be a topic of conversation for a lot of classes. And the interesting thing about that is that, us in the theater here at Henderson County High School, but also everywhere from Broadway to Prague to Germany to everywhere in between, are dealing with the same thing. And we're all basically, one time in history, kind of on the same page and trying to figure it out. So you all in that respect are in that boat too, because you're part of this equation as well, and we want to be able to do stuff. That is our intention. So it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to do that safely.
Yep.
So we'll put this in the slide, and then you can check out some of that stuff today and over the course of the next few days. And don't hesitate to contact both or either or of us. We're available whenever you need us within reason.
Yep. And really quick, I know a lot of you guys either don't know me or don't know Mr. Casey. I know that you can't even see us, we don't even look like human beings right now, mainly because Mr. Casey's in here with the lights off and there's just one spotlight. The whole auditorium is dark, so we look extra creepy. But anyway, don't be afraid to submit videos, okay? Especially singing videos. I'm not going to judge you. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to judge you. I don't judge people with that. I've even tried to get Mr. Casey to understand that he can sing even though he doesn't think he can. So anyway, don't be scared of that.
I may have to submit a video or two, and then you all You all can laugh at me, just don't laugh at your peers.
Well, your peers won't see your videos. That's kind of the whole point.
Yeah.
The only people, if we are in person, your peers will see you perform, right? But right now, they won't,
And-
unless you want them to.
Yes, and I think on that note, we're all just trying to get better together. So we're all trying to lift each other up, and that's an important thing, you know, when we do plays or musicals in general, is about supporting each other. So, and we will support you through this. And this is a new class, right? So like, you're at the precipice of something new and exciting, and hopefully we can continue it on. If Miss Eves doesn't get sick of me, which is a realistic possibility,
Or get sick.
in general, we will hopefully be able to do more of this in the future.
Yep.
So, anyway, get to work.
Bye.
Okay, musical theater class. Now, normally I film most of my videos at the school, but inspiration has struck. So I'm going to do this from the comfort of my patio, since we are not bound to the school anymore. So this is your introduction to musical theater. So I think that, hey Winnie, come say hi. That's Winnie. Good girl. Good girl. So, musical theater. It may seem odd that I am teaching this class when many of you know that musical theater is probably, it's probably my least favorite type of theater. And I have given you all a hard time about it, but nonetheless, here I am delivering on the promise of making that class for you. So this video is going to be part inspiration for the class, what it's going to be about, and also what you can expect from the class. So a couple of notes. Here's the secret, and I may come to regret this later, but I honestly don't hate all of musical theater. In fact, I love some musical theater. Let me tell you about my favorite musical theater. I think when I was a kid, just like anybody else, I was a big fan of Disney movies. I've since grown up, unlike some of my peers who watch Disney movies today, but some of my favorites were like Mulan.
Saddest bunch I ever met, but you can bet before we're through, Mr. I'll make a man out of you.
The Lion King, obviously. Pocahontas, Little Mermaid, and that's probably about it. Now, my favorites probably would have to be, undoubtedly, Rent.
525,000 moments so dear.
Avenue Q.
It sucks to be me. It sucks to be me. It sucks to be broken, unemployed, and turning 33. It sucks to be me.
Rocky Horror Picture Show. And Phantom of the Opera, because I got to see that live while in London. Yeah, so I think that in the end, there are musical theater productions that I do appreciate. And I've grown to like others. I think some of my trepidation about musical theater, honestly, has to deal with that I love play so much. And I think that I'm jealous of the fact that musical theater gets all the credit sometimes. And when we think about theater, I think a lot of people think about musical theater first and foremost. So it pains me because I am such a big fan of the long form play. One of the things I'm most looking forward to about this class from my perspective is, oh my gosh, a hummingbird. Can you see that? Okay. A squirrel. One of the most things I'm looking forward to, one of the things I'm looking forward to on this journey in musical theater is the fact that I want to, just like you, learn more about musical theater. So I am looking forward to this class more so than I think that you may have anticipated when you heard that I was doing it. So I look forward to go on this journey with you.